Hey everybody, it's good to see you all again. This segment is just to kind of let you guys know what is going on in this episode. So, in this episode, there is a situation. Towards the end, or anywhere in this episode, there is a blank. That means there's no sound coming in the episode, and you might think that is your fault. That is my fault. You can blame me, say it was my fault, because that is editing problem, and that's because of recording and the recording platform that I use. If that happens to be in the episode, if that's in it, what you need to do is to just disregard it. Don't worry about it. Consider it like an ad break. Consider it like a break. Consider it like we're taking a 5 minute break. Consider it like that. So no freaking out. No need to worry. Make sure you guys enjoy the episode. Enjoy what's in it, and y'all have a good one. And enjoy this one. Really enjoy it and have fun. And please disregard the blanks in there. Consider them breaks. Hope you guys enjoy this episode, and thank you guys for understanding and for your cooperation.
You guys on this wonderful Sunday. The news in my part of town is some raining. Although if it is raining in part of town, it's such going to be just a drowsy day for you. Anyway, I'm here with James, part of Good Vibes, which we will get into as well. We've known each other for a little while. And you know the usuals, back and forth, rescheduling, blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm glad to have you with us here. Thank you so much for taking time out to come.
Yeah, pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. You're one of the ones I wanted to meet with for a while. For a little while, I wanted to. So I'm glad that we could finally do this. So first of all, congrats on Good Vibes. Um, and the whole business of that. So yeah, congrats on that. It's really good. It's really amazing what you do for it. So props on that. And I really want to know, like, how did Good Vibes get started?
So Good Vibes kind of started. It's a pipe dream. It's me and a group of friends. We're drinking in the backyard, and we're like, we should be doing this. We should be doing this. We should be doing this. And then I'm a very actionable person, so I was like, if you're saying we should do this, that sounds like a good ass idea. Let's do this. Oh, it's okay if I cuss, right? Or no?
Yeah, all good.
Okay. So we were just shooting the shit, and we were like, we can really do this. So we started because I used to make music and perform and stuff like that, and that was fun. But I had too much fun everything that came with it outside of music, and so I'm more of a business office guy. So once I learned about the business side of it, I was like, that stuff seems fun. So it started as first I was in music, and then it was like I'm taking the back seat. My friends are still heavily involved in music. And they're like, we should put on a show. And I was just like, you know what, we should put on a fucking show. So after that, I had my first showcase at the Joker's Lounge. Shout out to Angie. She gave us a chance because a lot of people said, no, we don't want hip hop or rap. So that was pretty cool. But it started as we did a first showcase, and then the support was real. Made a lot of mistakes at that one, but now we're doing shows regularly and across the country. Since opening up and doing 75 people on our first show, we've been to LA, we've been to Florida, we've been to Birmingham twice, and then we've also had like major acts like Montana 300, Kirk Bangs, Big Baby Scumbag, and things like that. And then from the live shows, it also COVID kind of affected us as well. So it went also to what else can I do? What else can I offer artists? We're from a small area. Opportunities don't come to us, so we have to make them. And so I went into learning how to offer services and stuff like that. And then I developed an artist program, did the podcasting where I interview people, which I'll be bringing the podcast back. I just had to reformat it. And I'll be running my own blog too. And I'll be stepping up on the management side of things a lot more in 2023. But that's kind of how we got our start and where we're at today.
That's really amazing. Props and everything. I can't wait for your show to come back. I can't wait for that to be back online, and Hopefully, you can even invite me sometime. I would love to see the new format.
Yeah, no, I definitely it's the behind the scenes people to me that sometimes you get overlooked. And we make a lot of things happen behind the scenes. Like, so as important as the artist is, I want to know what his team put into them, not just what the team behind whoever the artist is put into where that artist got, because artist's goal should be to focus on creativity. For them to focus on creativity, they have to have a team. So I want to know what that team's doing, why they're doing it, and stuff like that. So I would love to have you on because your interview style and stuff like that, I think that would be intrigued. And just helping another independent just grow and get some light on it and just shed and just exposure. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. You're speaking my language. You're speaking my language because that's definitely. It's like you're describing my life. That's literally my life right now. That's literally everything from promoting to uplifting to all that. That's literally me. Except I don't have the kind of company that you have. I just have this one thing for now. Um, and you have MI attached to Good Vibes. What is that? What does that stand for?
So MI actually stands for my group of friends that we started this with. When we were kids, we'd always call ourselves Little Macs and stuff like that. So we would be like, we're Mac Industries, and then just as we became adults, this is a clique. It's MI for L. And it's just like a brotherhood we built. So when we started to just take music serious, it was like Good Vibes in my edition. Like, this is our edition. We want people to know this energy is coming from us, because when we would step out or anything like that, people knew they were going to have a good time when we were around. There's no drama, there's no beef. We're buying drinks, we're setting the tone. The DJs are like, oh, I'm glad y'all are here, now it's a party and stuff like that. So Good Vibes in my edition, because we want to give people a taste of what we bring.
That's really amazing. Props to that. I love that state of mind.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Now I kind of want to touch into the music side of you. I know it's not really as active as it used to be, but I really want to get into what was your favorite part about music?
As a performer, or just what I do now?
Actually, both. Let's just do both. As an
Okay.
industry person, also outside of that.
So me, when I was performing, it was a performance. Like, I love being on stage. My friends would know the words to my songs, so that was cool for them to like be like rapping along with me. So that was cool, and I met like some really cool people, like DeMario, DJ Love, my homie Prime, and just a ton of people that I'm still connected to today. So the performance side, and like I said, I got caught up in the partying and that lifestyle and stuff like that. So that it was just really fun. But what I like most now about what I do is I love going to concerts. That's why I was like, yeah, we should put on the show. So once I became a father, I was like, okay, I can't just randomly take a 4-hour trip on like a Wednesday to go see someone perform. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I can put some on in my backyard now. And so that's what I enjoy doing now. But the management side of it and the business side of it, I enjoy too, because I just enjoy learning.
That's really good. That's really amazing. And I love that you're into concerts because I might have a little something in the future. And, you know, I'll talk to you later about it. But I do have something in mind.
No, yeah, hit me up. Hit me up. I'm all about that, because you deal with there's a lot that comes with it, but don't let that take the joy out of it. Because like I would love to go to more shows, but if if the worst case is I have to put it on myself, like I'll take that.
It's really cool. It's really cool. But I will definitely keep your contact. I'll definitely like bookmark your profile or something so I know.
Yeah, yeah, do that, because I try to stay active on Discord too. So do that. I'll always just chime in every once in a while.
That's good. That's good. All right. Um, Now you mentioned about fatherhood and all. So I've interviewed a lot of dads in the past, and they've all told me different stories about them balancing their career and their music lives and all that. So I want to kind of get into a little bit of your personal, but if you want to, I'm curious to really know, how do you balance, being a father and having a family and all that, along with your career?
Very carefully. um, I love being a dad. Scared at first, terrified at first is more like it. But you kind of grow out of that, and a lot of things have changed since I became a father. I've been sober for about 373 days, so I got real. And being a father and balancing it all, it is a little difficult. There's a lot of communication that goes into doing it, and it's just having a partner that's open to have that communication, and then it's just being present too, because a lot of times, like, I'll take weekends off and I'll just spend it with my daughter. I'll if I have a pre-planned post or something like that, I'll engage a little bit, but I try my best to just put my phone down and just be present when I'm with her one-on-one.
That's wow. I mean, I feel you. I felt that when you said it, that is a lot, especially with kids. Like, well, I could never, like,
Yeah.
I could never balance this and have kids. Like, I don't know if I could do it. Like,
Yeah, and I work two jobs on top of that, so it really is, like, it really is. When I say very carefully, it's a joke, but it's also, like, serious, like, very carefully, because you know kids come first. You know what I'm saying? You brought them into this life, so they didn't ask to be here, so you have to make them the first priority, and that's what I do. Because, like, my daughter will go to my shows. She loves going to my shows. And I'll ask her too. I'll be like, after the show in Birmingham, I was like, "Do you, like, actually enjoy coming to this, or do you want me to stop doing this?" She's like, "No, you have so much fun. You're always dancing and being goofy. I love that." And I was just like, "Wow, okay, I'll keep doing this then."
yeah,
So yeah, so I needed that one, because I was really like, man, I don't. You kind of question yourself sometimes when things start to blur, and it's like, man, am I doing the right thing? So I just asked her, and she was like, no, I love coming to shows. And she does. She'll have fun. She gets to meet a bunch of talented artists and stuff like that. And I want her to see. Um, I want to give her the example of going after what you want in life, because I could easily hang it all up and go work in my office and stuff like that. But I want her to go after what she wants. So how can I do that except by leading by example? So that's kind of my goal.
definitely, and I totally support you and all that you're going for with your family and all. It's really amazing what you're doing, showing amazing example. And it's cute that your kids love to see you perform because I that's just so sweet to me. It's cute, and I can already envision. I've never seen any of your shows before, but I already envision your daughter like jumping up and down with you performing. Like,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah, she's very active.
just sounds so fun. So definitely, if I have any shows coming up, you'll definitely be one of the first person to know. I want to see what you're like when you perform.
Yeah, send the invite. I don't really perform anymore. I usually just host, and I try to get the crowd routed. So it's a swag surfing, or it's getting sturdy just to get them hype, and pulling people on stage with me from the crowd and stuff like that. My artists kind of handle the performance side of things now.
Well, vice versa. I'll invite you to host a show when it comes up.
I'm down. I'm down.
Nice, nice, nice. Now I want to talk about the industry a little more. We're almost getting out of music. I know it's making you get the feels. um, but what's your favorite part about the industry as a whole?
um, you really are capable to do whatever you want, and with it, you get out what you put in. You know, and that's kind of my favorite part about the music industry. And don't get me wrong, you meet a lot of bad eggs, you make a lot of bad deals, you don't always win on your ventures, but it's all a learning example. But you definitely get out what you put in. You know what I'm saying? Like, my Joel's first year in music, Joel Stevenson, that's one of my artists. His first year in music, I just reached out to a promoter in Chicago, and he opened for Davies for free in his first year of music. Most artists will never touch a stage like similar to that. in their whole career. You know what I'm saying? If we're thinking on the grand scheme of things, because like at the time, Joel's just like, you know, rapping that has his home studio, rapping at home, and then next thing you know, hey, you're gonna open for Dave East in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And then it's also like meeting people. Like I've met great people just through Discord. You know, I want to shout out my homie Anthony Obos, guided by Obos. We put together a do it ourselves event where we went out to LA. You know, and then shout out to the homie Freon who had me and Joel out in Orlando and Miami. Like, I mean, it's just like if you're good, you get out what you put in. If people see you putting in hard work, you usually get rewarded for it.
Definitely. Amen to that. Yeah. Myself.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you? What's your favorite part about the music industry?
Definitely learning. I feel like I learn a lot every time I write, or even when I meet people. Like, it's always good to learn and take in all that you can.
Mm-hmm.
I also love meeting people. That's partially, why I'm still writing music and why I'm still having the show going. I love meeting new people and networking because, you never know, like, what could happen in the future, and you might need those people, and you might need, support like that. That's why I just keep in touch with people that I know, so that when events happen, when I need people for shows, or if I put on concerts or anything, those are people that I always go to. And I love the experience too, even though, odds and ends, like you said, there's like odds and ends in the industry. Just the chance to put out music and put something out that you made, like, it's a special moment when you get to put out something that you made yourself and watch people react to it. Like that's special. Like even like this platform and my songwriting, and even you in your position you must feel the same. Like it's incredible to watch people fall in love with it. It's well, you're a dad, so because you made it. You made it human, so I haven't made humans yet, so that's about a bit of the happiness that I feel. So that's definitely the main ones, I believe. I'm sure if I spend more time in the industry, I'll have more to say. But you get the point.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, thanks for asking that. Now, I know you learned this from somebody. I know somebody showed you the way, so I wanted to ask, who are people you learned from and leaned on for knowledge and growth?
So the people I kind of just learned from, and I look out, like when they post, like I'm on it, I'm active, or just like Dame, he built a label, independent label, and it was really successful with Hopsin, Dizzy Wright, Jaron Benton, and Swizz. And he built that from nothing. And I don't know if you're familiar with Hopsin, but that was the blowout from that was huge. So I really follow what Dame posts and just take that in. And then there's a booking agent on Twitter that I recently connected with. And by recent, I mean like late last year, I started following him, and he just drops knowledge all the time. And, I try to push that and share that on my platform, as you've seen. And then Live Management, shout out to them. He drops a lot of pointers, and then Z from Audio Mac. They're just always learning from everybody. And then Bacon's Bits on Instagram, Matt Bacon. He gives a lot of pointers. He's more in like the rock genre, but it's music, and it can all you can take it and make it yours. The information provided. So there's a lot of the information's online. We just have to look for it. But when you come from the middle of nowhere, it's hard to figure out where to start. But once you have somewhere to start, it starts to come to you, and it gets easier as you go. So yeah, those are some of the people like I look up and admire what they've built with their own platforms.
That's really amazing, and I'm glad that those people helped you in your journey. Props to them, and I'm glad that they were part of your life. So that's really amazing.
Yeah, one day I'll meet everyone, but right now it's the internet connection, and I'll take all the free information they provide.
True. Now earlier we've been talking a little bit about the concerts, but I didn't really get a chance to ask this one. What was your favorite one that you've ever been to, and what's your favorite that you hosted?
So yeah, I was like huge on concerts growing up, and it's my dad like hosted T-Pain when I was a kid. That was fire. I didn't go to it. I felt too cool. So like after realizing how big T-Pain was, it's like, why didn't I do that? So I kind of stopped taking moments for granted. But I'd probably say my favorite show ever was probably Mac Miller's Good AM. I went and saw him in St. Louis. It's about an hour and a half from where was from, and then and that was just Mac's one of my favorite artists. You know, he really got me through a lot of things. So to see him live was like solid like core memory. And then my favorite show I've ever thrown. Um, I don't think I've thrown my favorite show yet. I don't think I've thrown my favorite show. I've thrown some good shows, but I don't think I've thrown my favorite show yet because I'm still learning how to market. I think my favorite show is the show that sells out in my city, where I really set the tone because I'm still learning how to advertise, how to market, how to get people through the door, without the help of opening acts and stuff like that. So it's really building my platform. But I've thrown some good shows, but my favorite show, I don't think I've had it yet.
Well, you gotta host some more. Like, you've gotta host more. Like,
Yeah, yeah, and that's the goal. That's the goal. Like, I've thrown shows all over, and it's always nice to come back home. But the love I get when I go other places is really dope. Like, it's really unmatched. Like, I'll go to Alabama. I want to shout out all the guys in Alabama: J-Mo the Rookie, 21 Gang B, Skinny B, Gordo, and my artist Joel Stevenson. Like, when I go to Bama, it's all love, and they push it, and they want to be there. I don't have to be like, hey, you guys aren't doing this. Hey, you guys need to promote the show more. I don't have to worry about that. So they Alabama's shown the most love, I'd say, and I know some artists in Quincy are going to take that the wrong way, but that's not in spite of Quincy. You guys always show love, but it does feel good to be able to go 10 hours away from where you live and receive similar love from people that don't know you.
true, absolutely. Very valid points, yes, sir. And speaking of that, now this is a metaphor, if you guys, English majors, you guys know what the term hats mean. But for the people who are unfortunate in the brain capacity, okay, hat means positions as in job, which that's the next one I want to ask about is why do you wear so many hats? How do you balance all these different positions? And what's your ideal, title and position?
So I wear so many hats because I want to prove value. You never know when someone's gonna need something you can offer. And as much as I like throwing shows, it's anyone can throw a show. Anyone can gather money, contact a booking agent, and set it up. I feel like anyone can do that. So it's like, what else can I provide to people? So, I'm very personable. I greet everyone that walks through the door, but also at the same time, I put artists on the stage that I know are going to put on a good show. But, you have to be a listener of music. You have to know they're going to give their all. You have to scout them. You have to learn that. But I do wear many hats as far as that goes because I do the content editing. I help artists roll out. I A&R projects for up and coming artists. Like Joel Stevenson's Act One, the opening, and then I also, the management sense, I also handle brand deals and feature requests and things like that. I help them with their content posts and edit their posts. I make my own flyers as far as graphic design and video editing. I host a podcast. I do that because I just want to be multifaceted. I don't want to be limited to something, and it's better to I'd rather be multifaceted and able to do a lot more than just focused on one thing.
Definitely, and I love the positive aspects of balancing hats, balancing all that. So English majors, glad you knew it. People with love, glad you learned the lesson. Anyway, sorry, I'm done with the joke now. I know it's hurting some of you. Sorry. Um, but seriously, I'm glad that you're offering so many services because that's why I enjoy having you around. That's why I keep up with you. Or at least I try to. I'm sorry, I've been busy for the last couple of months, but when I see you post, I will try and like it and share it and all that. That's why because you just share services and you just bring people to help them through. That's really major props. Like that's really amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And that's life. That's life. You gotta roll with the punches after a while until it all settles down. So I respect that.
Definitely.
I think one thing since you are a creator, I think one thing like I know personally sometimes I get caught up beating myself up like I'm not doing enough or I'm not, I'm falling behind. Like don't do that to yourself. That's one tip I would highly recommend is just don't beat yourself up. Like just always step with your best foot forward.
Yes. I couldn't agree more. um, Now speaking about helping people through, you do come from a small area, which is really good that you come from a small area. But what are some of the challenges that come from being from a small area?
So some of the challenges I face coming from a small area. So I come from an area. The town's like 45,000 people, which it's not that bad. That's where That's where my base is. It's over in Quincy, Illinois. But like right now, where I work, my 9 to 5 and stuff like that. The town's 3,000 people, and then the like it's literally a village. Like it's called South Jacksonville Village, and then Jacksonville is about 20,000 people. So it's not the most populated areas, but some of the challenges I face is like, not being allowed to have hip hop or rap shows because of the violence people assume comes with it, or it's bringing acts from LA and the pedestrians in the area, making racist remarks towards them, or it's how do I continue to portray my image if we can't respect those that are visiting. And then it's also I deal with egos. A lot of people want to be famous like citywide. They don't want to go to the next level. So I deal with a lot of egos. Like if I don't book someone on my show, they're like, I'm the best in the city, woo woo woo. And it's like, okay, but you're not. I haven't seen you bring anyone through the door. Your energy's kind of off. Your ego, like I deal with egos, and it's like I don't want that. I don't need someone coming and acting Hollywood like we're from the middle of nowhere. I don't really need someone coming and acting Hollywood like everybody's just trying to make it. And see, when I do shows, like with majors, like I just did Kurt Cobain's, the opening acts didn't really pay to perform. I fuck with their energy. I knew they would put on a great show. That's why they came out there, but and I got backlash because I brought people from out of state. This is a Quincy show. You should have only Quincy artists. But for me, it's like, if you feel that way, you should be putting on your own show in Quincy. Like, but I brought people from New York. Like, I wanted to give them some flavor. Like, not only did Kirko perform, but we had Nick Moody. He's from New York. He's very talented. His pen is impeccable. Like, and then I had my artist from Birmingham, Joel Stevenson, and his energy on the stage, and then I did have locals like my artist AB. And then I had Kamari from Indiana. So it was just like, and, after a show, when I say those names after the show, it's like those are the artists I work with, and I personally invited that weren't local. So it was just like people weren't even really talking about the main act, which was Kurt Cobain's. They were like, "Yo, your artists are dope." They're sending me songs of them playing my artist music. I had someone reach out, be like, "Oh, I'm friends with the DJ at the bar that's popping here, bar/club. We're gonna play his song tonight." They're requesting my artist songs in the clubs. That means a lot to me. So it's like, yeah, I deal with egos, but like these guys came from nowhere, from like not around here, and people are asking to hear their songs in a club. Like, so you leave a good impression. So I know I'm on the right path, but egos is something I definitely deal with, and that's a challenge too. Sorry to ramble on.
No, you are allowed to ramble, and I'm glad you said that because I had no idea that people were that that had so much of that ego. Like I just hate people like that. I'm sorry that they treat you like that. That's super unfair. But I'm glad you're pressuring on, and you know that this all what you're doing pays back in the long run. I should know. Like all this pays off in the long run.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that sentiment, and it's, we're all human. We all feel like we're worth something. You know what I'm saying? So it's a part of the game. But I shout out everyone else, but I also want to shout out Nobody Narco, Leo Tree, and Rambo. They performed at the Kirko Bang Spook Fest as well, so I just want to shout them out as well. But it just ego's just part of the game.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. But all that, all that, as I said, pays off in the end. So if I ever met people like that, I'm just like whatever. Like I'm just rooting for people that do support me, and and it pays back when people talk about me or shares what I've been doing, or in many cases send me a compliment 5 days after I do something nice. But I'm not gonna say any names. But anyway, you get the point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You definitely just learn as you go who you can work with and who you can't, and people will show their ass, like, and that will kind of give you the energy you need to know if you can work with them in the future and stuff like
Definitely,
that.
definitely for sure. That's why I'm careful whenever I meet people or do partnerships. I just want to make sure they're like a good person to work with, because if they're not, and that and those kind of things happen, it's really could hurt you. So that's why I just advise people whenever they do partnerships, if they try to do something big, just be careful, and be wary, and be warned that things do come up, and just be strong about it. But yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling on too. But what are your
No, you're good.
sorry, I'm stuttering. I am not in the right space. It's 12 in the afternoon. I'm still not straight. So
You're
I
fine.
guess that's me and other people. I guess. But anyway, what are your plans for 2023? Because I'm curious to know what you got. So tell us what to look forward to next year.
So 2023, I'm approaching it a little differently. This year I was pretty much, how do I expand the brand and how do I expand our name? That's why we traveled so much this year. I visited New York, but we did a show in LA. We've been down south to Alabama. We came back home. So I spent a lot of time on the road, but I also spent a lot of time learning. So my plans for 2023 are mostly to step back and try to really get this artist management stuff down. My daughter's getting older, and I want to solidify my artists to where I don't have to rely on shows as my income with music as much. And I really just want my artists, they deserve a little bit more focus from me. Whereas I'm trying to build my brand and theirs at the same time. So I want to be able to step back and really help them pitch their songs and stuff like that, and book them for the shows that they want to do. I just want to be able to elevate them. So I think the first half of the year, I'm going to just sit back. We're thinking about attending South by Southwest in Austin, Texas in March. We're definitely leaning on that. Have you ever heard of that, South by
Yeah,
Southwest?
yeah, for sure. I'm actually trying to get there myself, because Austin's like only a couple hours from where I live, so I'm trying to get there.
Oh, no
Yeah,
shit.
I live in
That's
Houston,
cool.
so it's only a couple hours from me.
Oh, right
Yes,
on. That's dope.
sir.
That's dope. But yeah, so that's kind of the first half of the year, and then the second half of the year, I'll probably we'll try to return our Spook Fest and try to get it activated, because I shook some hands, and they're excited to work with me. But I also have the basketball league that I've been building, so I have that over the summer. And yeah, so 2023 is definitely brighter, but I am hoping to just focus on my artists more so than my own brand.
That's really good, really good. Congrats on everything going on. I won't get too much into those, but let's just say y'all, get ready for 2023. And on my end, I'm not gonna talk about me, but On my end as well, just letting y'all know that I do. I'm equal to him. I got a lot going on, so him and I like
Yeah.
we have a lot going on. So keep up with us.
Yeah, seriously. Um, tap in. Now I appreciate the platform and you just bringing me on today.
Yeah, absolutely. I had to because firstly I forgot you scheduled one today. I forgot. I didn't know until Calendly sends me like a notification like this person scheduled for this day, and I was like, what is that? And I remembered you used your real name. I was like, who is that? And I remembered that it was you. And I also you text me earlier, and I had to remember like, oh, and so that's why I was just not, just not in it. Because I've been so busy with the new show and everything, and I got a lot of things coming up next year too. I'm trying to get those straightened out and everything. You know.
Yeah. What's your 2023 look like?
Oh, right. Good question. Good question. So in January, Inside the Wrap will be official, and that show will start to progress. Then I'm planning a competition show that I'm gonna try and get going. I had an idea for it, a name throughout to me that I wanted to use because on my
Mm-hmm.
Instagram I put three names of I put three names that I made, and I asked fans what is your favorite name that I should use? Firstly, I asked what is the name of the show I should call it, and they all said Inside the Wrap. Like everybody said
Mm-hmm.
Inside the Wrap. Like they all said that. Most people did. So I was like, thank
Nice.
you. Let's just
Yeah.
put it like that. And then there's two other names. Two other names signify the two other events that I will have going on. So one of them I won't say the name will be a competition show that I'm gonna try and host like The Voice. You know, and the other one I'm gonna try and get it's a concert series. I don't know if you were into what I was doing, but I used to do with Immortal Being. I used to do concert series. Um, we did a
Mm-hmm.
couple, I believe, last year, but this year he's just been so busy. I've been busy. Things came up, so we just haven't done one in a long
Yeah.
time. So this time around, I want to host one on my own, but I will be looking, to perform or to co-host with me. So that's something else. And of course, Wrap It Out
Yeah.
will still be happening. Wrap It Out, I still want the show to go on and get season 4 in, and get that, and get more guests. So, uh,
Right on. Good luck. You sound like you're gonna have a
oh, I
busy and a
will
good year.
definitely, yeah. But I'm excited. Like I am excited since the show's been, up and running. Uh, it's like, why
Mm-hmm.
not? Like, what? But
Yeah. Yeah, seriously, why not? So yeah, that's good that you're going for
oh,
it.
thank you. You are too kind. But anyway, sorry. We are back to you. Sorry, I can talk about me later.
No, you're good.
Okay, excuse me. Now let's talk about your services a little bit, because now that this interview will be, well, right now, let's just say right now it's out. Now that it's out, but y'all get the gist about adding it all. Now that it's out, people want to know. They when they click on this interview, when they read about you, they want to know. So, what can an artist expect when they work with you or pay for a service? What are your services like? So,
Okay, so I've been partnering with Joel for this. We just completed our second year. This is my first year partnering with AB and taking on more of his workload. And then this is my first year with Kamari. Next year I'll be bringing on Lil Scissor and Kamari resigned. So I just do year terms because I tell them I'm a stepping stone for you. Like I will give you the basics of what I know because I'm also still learning. So I'll give them the basics. But I always do end of the year reviews and see where we're at as the goals that they set for themselves for the year, as well as the ones we set as a team. So I am pretty active and just hands on with that. Like I said earlier, I help them with the rollouts. I help with the projects. I help piece them together, make sure they sound good. And I help pitch their music. So I make their EPKs, their song EPKs. And, I built my own email list. So you get that when we partner together. And I also helped develop their merch. So like I made Kamari's first piece of merch outside of his mask. This Spook Fest that happened in October, and then Joel's shout out to Open House Print Shop. They made Joel's shirts, which we sold really well. We sent those all over the state, all over the country, which was pretty dope because I didn't realize how far out we had expanded his name. But so if people were to ever work with me, they get someone that hands on, they get someone that cares, and they get someone that wants the best for them. In the sense, and like I said, I'll be focusing more on my artists next year because it was more so, hey, I'm doing this, you guys should come do this. But it's like, hey, also this opportunity was presented. Would you like this opportunity? Because shout out to the Smoke'em gang, Smoke'em Records. They always reach out to me when there's opportunities in Chicago for my artists to come up there, and that's been really cool. You know, I've had artists open up for Montana 300, Dave East, Dizzy Wright, Chris Webby, Echo. So that's been really cool, and that's off the strength. You know, hey, we have these spots open. You should, are you guys interested in coming to perform? And it's a free performance. You know, so and that's not a common thing. So that's love. But some of the artists like I'll be offering next year outside of my artist partnerships is copywriting. So I'll be selling EPKs. I'll be developing them and making them. Like I said, I'm bringing the podcast back. So I'll be sitting down with artists, researching the brand. That way I'm educated when we sit down together. But I'm also going to be opening our blog back up where, if they just need an interview, they just need some publication. You know, if they're dope or they just need some content for their next single, they can reach out for that. We also do digital marketing where we partner with playlisters and other YouTube channels, and we pitch their music for them to those people, and just things along that line. And then, we'll probably keep our Vibe Check series, which is similar to what you all do, is where we have live show performances and stuff like that. And people can come out. And then the last thing, which is new, we're going to be doing a live performance individual series. It's similar to what the homies over at Overlooked have going, which is super dope, where they bring in an artist to perform the music live, and they post it on YouTube and stuff like that, similar to like the NPR Tiny Desk where they have that mini concert in there. So that's something new, and I'll be offering that for people that are passing through the Midwest if they ever just need extra content and things like that. Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot going on, but I'm excited.
I bid you good luck on that. That sounds so exciting.
Thank you.
Can't wait for all that. Keep in touch with me. I wanna see these things come to life when it does. And please text me when you're in Texas. God, I would love for us to meet. I've actually never seen your face. You don't post on Instagram. You don't post. Well, you do post, but you don't post your face on there.
Yeah. Not so much of me is on my brand page because I have like a personal page that I focus on. It's still mostly music, but it's like what I'm doing is on the management side or like about shows. And then but it's public. But I don't really advertise it or anything like that. But yeah, and that's one thing I want to focus on, getting my face out there so people like know me, because I have like social anxiety. So like I challenge myself when I do events of getting on stage in front of crowds of people. I challenge myself to, break out my shell and introduce myself to people that come to shows. Like, hey, thank you for coming. My name is James, and so I have to challenge myself to get over that, because it was really, once I decided to get sober, it was like really bad. Like I was like, nah, I'm not gonna talk to nobody. But you got, if you want to be successful, you got to shake hands. So it's been challenging, but it's good. But yeah, I'll definitely, if like I said, we plan to come down for South by Southwest, so I'll definitely reach out and see if you're free to just meet up. And hopefully I'll have my guys on stages down there, so you could catch a show with us.
Yeah, definitely. Send me some tickets or something.
Got you.
But yeah, I'm really excited for you, and I can't wait. But anyway, let's go on. I don't want to sit here all day talking about what's going to happen, and I don't want to expose too much.
Appreciate that.
Now, outside of your common services, outside looking at what is it like just working with you as a person as a whole?
man, you really do get like a caring guy. You know, I really do. I care. You know, I'm not for a while there when I first started, I took on a lot of things before I knew I was capable of doing them. But like now, it's like I know I'm capable of doing stuff. You get a guy that cares. You get a guy that's gonna put in his all. You know, if I don't know the answer, I'm gonna go looking for it for you. The only stipulation is like I do value time, so I don't want to waste anybody's time, and I want them to respect mine as well. You know, that's the only currency we don't get back is time, and it's very valuable. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, if people are ever to work with me, like, because I do consultations, you know, because I'm from a small area, so these guys really don't know. Even though it's right there, it's on the internet, it's right there. You know, these guys don't know, so they'll message me. You know, I'll get back to them when I can. So, and things like that, you know. Whereas you can't message just anybody and get information like that, you know. So I don't know. I think I'm a good guy to work with, you know. And when I do my end of the year reviews, I always say like it was a pleasure. Like I guess I want to work with you again and things like that. So I got to be doing something right,
Definitely,
you know.
yeah. And you are really amazing. I love seeing your content. I love seeing the different artists that you make. And that's really partially why, you know, I've always been connected to you, and I've always wanted to, you know, just to show up because you do nice things like that,
Yeah.
and that's something to praise for. Because people don't do that. Like, same thing. Like on my side, nobody gets a letter in their email or their Instagram asking them to hop on. No, nobody gets that. Like we're giving them
Yeah.
services where you know nobody in the real world would give them. You know, so it's really what you're doing.
Yeah. We're definitely of the few, not the
Yeah,
many.
definitely. But it's really amazing, you know, when they respond, when they're happy about the results. You know, that really shows that we're doing something really good for them, and you know, it's really good for
Yeah.
me because I can
Yeah.
brag about it to other people that made a podcast. I was like.
Yeah, that too. And you know, people, you know, they bash like record labels and stuff like that. And me, I really think everybody can eat. You know, I think like when the money's involved, I think everybody can eat. It has to make sense, but I feel like, you know, everybody can have a piece of the pie if they're involved. And that's kind of how I navigate music as
Definitely,
well.
for sure. For sure. If you guys didn't get that, make sure to Google or read a book because you guys are just. I know, I'm bashing dumb people. I'm sorry. I am so bashing them. I'm sorry. Anyway, sorry. Gotta stay focused. Okay. Now,
You good?
for your promoter and talent buying business, who would you book if you could right now?
My dream booking is probably Big Sean or K Camp. Those are my favorite artists, and I've almost booked K Camp a couple times, but I had an angel investor back out on me like at the last minute. Like we had the numbers decided, like everything was in agreement, and then they just backed out like the day before I was supposed to send the deposit, and I was actually like super salty. But I would definitely book K Camp and Big Sean. Those are the ones.
Nice choices. I love Big Sean. Nice choices. All right, there you go.
Yeah, he's dope. He's dope, and his message is dope.
There you go. Now, and I haven't asked this question in a very long time because I haven't met somebody with a busy life as yours. But what's a day-to-day life like?
Man, my day-to-day life is kind of, it's not hectic, but it kind of is. So, you know, I get up at about 6:30 every day, and then I'm a lender at a bank. So I'm a lender at a bank from about 7:30 till about 5. And then from 5 to about 10, I go work at UPS as a supervisor. And then from about 10 to 1, when I finish, I work on music stuff and what my artist needs. But yeah, but it differs, you know. So if it's like if we have a show day, like when I did my first Alabama show, it was like, okay, go do a half day at the bank, work until 12, load my stage, my lights, my sound up in the truck, drive down to Alabama, get like 2 hours of sleep, wake up, go set up the venue, make sure the what's the word I'm looking for? The vendors are good because we had food and drinks at the first one. Make sure the vendors are good. and then I had to actually DJ that one myself. So and then make sure it's all run smoothly, collect artist music at the same time, as well as deal with people running late or people not sending their tracks on time. It varies, but there's always a lot going on, even when it seems like there's a little.
You are not wrong about that. That's very true, and that's like for everything. It always seems like that when you do less, you're doing more, and you're doing more like you're always doing more. So you are not wrong about that. So
Yeah.
if you guys are doing all that, you're basically living his life. But well, that's a lot to do in a day. I don't know if I can do that. I don't think I would survive. So props for that, for you being alive and you still doing all that.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah, it takes a lot.
Yes. Yeah. Now I know you've been giving a lot of advice, but what is your main advice? What advice would you give artists in smaller markets, and what's your quotes and your daily inspirations?
A tips I would give artists in a smaller market is just like, man, the information's out there. You just have to go find it. For so long, we just post on SoundCloud and we think that's all it takes. Like, it's so much more to it. You just have to go find it. If you want it, you have to go find it. And then another thing I would say is, like, just because you're down right now doesn't mean you'll be down forever. Just don't throw in the towel, because you never know what could come next. I've had opportunities come across my email, and it's just like, wow, wow, like, it's incredible that you even know who I am. So yeah, just don't give up if it's really what you want to do, but you do have to go out and do the work. It's more when you're in a small town and it's just you have to do everything. It's not just creating a dope song and putting it out there, and things like that. And some of the, I don't have them in front of me, but I listen to a lot of Big Sean, like Working Harder Than My Demons and stuff like that, because I am a human and I don't come from the best background. So, you have those days where it's a little harder to get out of bed, and it's just like, you got to put the work in, because it won't always be this hard.
True. Definitely. And, thank you for sharing that with us, because I know a lot of people hear this kind of advice, but they never actually apply it. So I'm glad you enforce that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But thank
Yeah,
you. That touched me too. That touched me right there. Now, if you're Eastern time, that means that right now it's 11:38, almost noon. If you're Pacific, that means that you're about 10 a.m. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm in the mood for coffee. And James here, he's involved with coffee. And I'm sorry I didn't talk about it before.
Yeah.
I forgot you did. But the brand he does is called Jibby CBD Coffee. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Jibby.
Yeah. Okay, you kind of looked into that a little bit.
I want to make sure I touch everything. So tell the people a little bit about the coffee brand, and what do you get out of it, and how to get this partnership started.
So I'm really just a brand ambassador for it, but honestly, Jibby Coffee, like I said, I got sober, and I really did have like a problem with drinking for a while there. So I got sober, and I'm also in the new space. Like, there's not a lot of people of color around me, like, walking the same path of life that I am. We all have our own battles. So mine are a little different, where I'm sitting in rooms where I'm the only one that looks like me. So I get a little bit more anxious, but so I'm big on CBD. I'm also partnered with North Adams Hemp. They're a grower over in Quincy, Illinois. I just recently partnered with them at the end of this year, so we'll be pushing some of that content out next year, because I'm big on CBD. CBD is really good for my anxiety, but it's also good for like my body and relaxes me and stuff like that. And there's little to no THC in it, but but back to the Jibby, the best thing about Jibby is, like, I can drink coffee, but I don't get anxious. I don't like tap my foot. I don't need to be doing something all the time. I can drink my coffee and still get that boost, but it's not so much as the tap 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 tap. I got to be doing something, but it's more so I'm awake, and I get to be like cool and sail through the day a smooth breeze. So I really enjoy Jibby. The few posts I've made about it, I refer to it. It's no jitters with Jibby, like because I drink it almost every day. That's my go-to in the morning, and then I drink Jibby, and then I go to drinking tea and water. Keep it pretty simple.
All right. Well, props on the coffee brand. So, do you have any recommendations for the fans to? Do you have any recommendations for coffee? What's your favorite flavor?
So I keep my Jibby stuff pretty simple. I'll just drink the can. I'll add a little oat milk, and I get some vanilla syrup, and I just toss it in there and stir it up. Because it is iced coffee. You can drink it warm, but I drink it iced coffee. So I'll just pour it over some ice, get the milk, get the vanilla, and it tastes pretty good. Otherwise, outside of that, a CBD tea. I don't smoke the CBD too often, but I do. They did give me some pre-rolls for partnering with them at North Adams Hemp, so that's pretty cool. And the best thing about CBD is there's no THC in it, so it's like if people are trying to wean themselves off of smoking so much, but still want like the body high to where your body kind of relaxes and stuff like that.
Wow. Well, thank you for listening us in. You guys, I believe you do still save 15% on your order. Is that still valid?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, wow, you really did your yeah. Just use James15 at the checkout, and you should get 15% off your order. I do get a little kickback when you use that, so it's much appreciated. Jibby.
Well, I'm gonna definitely check out the site. I only checked it out a few times. The ones that stood out to me was the oat milk latte, CBD, and the mocha latte. Those are the ones that stood out to me.
Yeah, so the mocha is new. I actually tried that last night, and it's pretty good because they sent me a care package, and it's pretty good. That one really? I just drank straight out of the can. Yeah, so that was pretty good. The mocha, I haven't tried the other one though, the pink can. I haven't tried that yet. But yeah, jibbycoffee.com. Make sure and use code James15 to save you 15%. And I do get a kickback. But yeah, definitely I would definitely tap in. It's definitely worth a try. And since you're just since you want to try everything, I would get like the little variety pack because you get one can of each. And you can really decide. They are like hitting stores and stuff though. Like they're really popular over in New York right now, and they have a few shops in
nice. Well, thanks for letting us know about it. Y'all make sure to get that 15%. I'm gonna try and see if I can get some more. I haven't drank coffee in a while, but I'm gonna definitely check it out. It looks so good in the picture, so I definitely want to get a taste.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. I
had to hit all the points, here because you have a busy next year. I don't know if I'll ever be able to talk to you again after today. I'm just kidding.
I listened to your DeMario, and you're like, "Does he ever talk to you or what?" And he's like, "Yeah, we stay in touch," and we do. I do like when people reach out. Like, I'm not one of those people that leave like 350 text messages. Like, I always try to respond. It's a little bit of OCD that kicks in with my phone. I hate having the red dot up there, but it's also like just a respect thing. Like if you took the time to message me, the least I could do is message back.
Oh, that's so sweet, baby. And it's ironic because I put out his interview. I believe I put it out last month. It's ironic that you bring him up because his interview literally came out like last month. It's ironic.
Yeah, DeMario's a good guy. Shout out to him.
His interview lasted over an hour, so you can tell. If the ones last over an hour, that means you had a good conversation.
Yeah, and it was good. I played it through, but I also want to point out, like, DeMario did my whole design for my website. Like, he did the base template. Like, so he's a web designer too, and he's really good at it. And so if you guys ever need like a website done, be sure to hit him up. Seriously, he's really good at what he does, and he'll walk you through it. Like he taught me how to edit it myself. So now I can go in and edit it and add links and pages and stuff like that. So, he's very thorough at what he does, and you get your money's worth.
I'm definitely in touch with him again. I haven't spoke to him in a while, so I'm gonna definitely get in contact again for sure, for sure. Um, Now here comes one of the best parts of the show, everybody. Is the showcase part. So today I'm trying out a brand new experiment. So if you guys are Discord, you guys are known to Discord. There's bots that allow you to play music in voice channels and all. Today we're actually going to try for the very first time putting out a tune to play. In this very very interview, so this is I believe this will be the first one that I will ever use a bot in if I did use
Hey, turn me up.
but
That's what's up.
anyway, this song you're about to hear, and if this doesn't work, I will download and upload it later. This is called KIT by Joel Stevenson. Joel, sorry.
Yeah, Joel. No, you're good. You're good. His government is Joel, but he goes by his artist name is Joel.
Anyway, this is KIT. So, hope y'all enjoy it. And let me know your thoughts about it and stream the fuck out of it. Yes. And hope you guys enjoy it. And again, if you guys can't hear it or not, figure something out. I mean, let's wrap it up. What are you gonna do? Here we go.
I'm out here. Yeah. I started keeping to my. Hold up. I'ma do this. I'm in love with the money. Hold up. Nigga, trust.
I love you.
I'm out here grinding, gotta get it, cause this money is a must. Got my family mad at me, I be trying to keep in touch. I started keeping to myself, cause all these niggas acting sus. Pillow talking to my bitch like I'ma do this shit for us. I'm in love with the money, graduated from the lust. Competition out here starving, they ain't eating shit but dust. I ain't never heard of mine, it's been too focused on the plus. Better believe, nigga, trust, I'ma do this shit for us. Better believe, nigga, trust, I'ma do this shit for us. I ain't doing shit for y'all, I just do it for the plus. I be grinding at all eyes, cause this money is a must. And keep that drama for your mama, ain't got time for that fuss. And that's your nigga for some money. Why you bitches acting us? They didn't hit me, now they hit us, cause they see us moving up. Niggas pushing pennies, now my niggas funded like some trust. About some money, I be trying not to cut. I'm out here grinding, gotta get it, cause this money is a must. Got my family mad at me, I be trying to keep in touch. I started keeping to myself, cause all these niggas acting sus. Pillow talking to my bitch like I'ma do this shit for us. I'm in love with the money, graduated from the lust. Competition out here starving, they ain't eating shit but dust.
Yeah, it's playing.
I heard of mine, it's been too focused on the plus. Better believe, nigga, trust, I'ma do this shit for us. I'ma do this shit for us, cause the money is a must. Money make me come, nigga, bust. Hold up. He smoking high grade, they smoking dust.
Roll up.
Took a little second, but a nigga got to slow up. Bought a couple diamonds, cause a nigga had to glow up. Fuck it, had to step up on the mind, I had to blow up. And if you ain't got money on your mind, you need to grow up. I'm out here grinding, gotta get it, cause this money is a must. Got my family mad at me, I be trying to keep in touch. I started keeping to myself, cause all these niggas acting sus. Pillow talking to my bitch like I'ma do this shit for us. I'm in love with the money, graduated from the lust. Competition out here starving, they ain't eating shit but dust. I ain't never heard of mine, it's been too focused on the plus. Better believe, nigga, trust, I'ma do this shit for us.
Hey, all right, that was really good.
Yeah, that's my shit. Yeah, that's off his first EP called Act One, the opening by Joel Stevenson. That was KIT. That's his most streamed song on there, and it's a fucking vibe because that first year, like, we were on the road so much and just super active, and it means a lot. And it's like people are trying to get a hold of us. They want us to hang out. They want us to kick it, but we were working, so that track is dope. But yeah, make sure y'all go check that out. Joel Stevenson, Act One, the opening, KIT.
That was really good. Okay, I'm gonna definitely put it on my playlist now. I'm gonna definitely play it. But thank you so much for sharing that track with me. I am absolutely in love with it. I'm gonna put it on repeat all day. Yeah, of course.
That's what's up. We appreciate you.
Sorry, I gotta put my head together. But firstly, thank you so much for taking your time out today to do this. Today was really fun. I feel like we hit all the points, and it's so fun to meet you, to finally do this. And I hope you feel the same way. I hope you had a good time, and I know it's not. It wasn't the one I had in mind today. I just wasn't I just wasn't all in, and I forgot a little bit. But I hope you still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
go
was
for
good.
it.
Is it cool if I shout out my socials real quick? Yeah. So first, like before I do that, I do want to thank you just for taking the time and being understanding because you had reached out to me like months ago and I didn't have the time in my schedule. So I'd appreciate you letting me circle back and come on to your platform and letting me talk about myself a little bit. So thank you very much for that. But yeah, if you guys ever need like content, you need tips, ideas, anything, be sure to follow me on Instagram at goodvibes_mi. I'm on Twitter at goodvibes_mi as well, and then Facebook it's goodvibes.mi. TikTok is also goodvibes_mi. I post a lot of concerts, throwbacks, stuff like that. I post songs. I do plan to start a few new series and stuff like that. So yeah, check me out on social media and just DM me because I also have playlists and I take submissions and stuff like that too. So yeah, thank you again for having me
And
on
of
your
course, you're
platform. I
welcome here
appreciate it truly.
anytime. And I'll definitely keep your contact now. If I weren't following you before, I'm definitely doing it now. Oh yeah, I still am. Never mind. Never mind. I'm sorry. I gotta keep up with my followers.
No, you good.
Yeah, absolutely,
You
absolutely.
good.
And
No, I appreciate you
vice
though.
versa, if you want anything from me, if I could be of any help to you, like you seriously have me, um, if you need anything at all from this side.
I appreciate
So
that. And
sweet, so
likewise.
sweet. But again, thank you. You guys make sure you check out James Everywhere Good Vibes. If you need any services, he's the guy to hit up for. As you guys saw, he's a really good, honest guy, very positive. So definitely hit him up. He's everywhere. And by everywhere, I mean everywhere. Good vibes. Am I? So you can't miss him. And if you do, you just have that low brain capacity if you just
Word.
miss him. Okay, I swear that is the last time. I swear that is the last. I'm sorry. I'm bashing on people. I'm
One
sorry.
last jab.
But I swear that is the last time. So make sure to check out Jibby CBD Coffee if you guys are into it. I know for some of you guys it's still the morning time around here, so that'd be good to check out. The link will be provided down below in the description. So make sure you guys have fun with that link and enjoy some coffee. And of course, make sure you guys always keep up with our social media. Inside the Wrap will be coming in January, so be on the lookout for links and invitations and all that, good shit coming. So anyway, I will see you guys on my next interview. And I hope you all are enjoying season 3 as much as I am. And yeah, I don't know if you have any last words to add to what you said. Of course, anytime. Thank you
No,
all
I'm
so
good.
much
Thank
for
you
watching,
again for having me.
and enjoy y'all's Sunday and enjoy y'all's Thanksgiving. Sorry, during the time this is recording, this happened before Thanksgiving. So, um, let's just
Yeah, peace. Happy holidays. Happy
see y'all
holidays.
later. Bye.